is and should be a touchdown. Here we go. Bryson Mars has got his back behind him. It is Jaquindon Jackson. Here's the snap. Bryson Barnes looking deep. He's got a man. It's caught! He's gone! Touchdown early!
Okay. So let's see. Am I live? Okay. Now it says I'm live. Let me check here. Is anything showing? Yes. Okay, good. We're here on Rumble. Let's go to Rumble. See if I'm live on Rumble. Just gotta check everything right quick. I don't know what. I don't know what is going on with this. Did it? Okay. Okay, am I? Here we go. I think we're live here on Rumble as well. Okay. Well, all right, here we go. There is a pass, and that's going to be a first down for Penn State. Again, I apologize, folks, for whatever that issue was. I don't know what happened. Little shovel pass right there to his Aller to his receiver. As here's a run, and that ain't going very far. Katron Allen was the one who had the first down a second ago, but not a lot doing. Katron Allen again for second down for Penn State. But folks, I don't know what happened with the previous stream. It didn't even have any kind of picture or anything. And it just ended. I don't know what the deal was with that. I do apologize for that. But hopefully this works. So here we go. Here is Aller handing it off, and that is Nick Singleton. He'll get a few yards right there. It'll be third down for Penn State. So we're going to do this. We're going to on my other computer here where I have the rosters, I'm going to pull the stream up so I can watch it, make sure everything looks good on this end. Just so that I can make sure, like I said. So injured player for SMU. Of course, there we go. All right. So we should be fine. For SMU, though, that is maybe I think Jared Harrison Hunt may be the guy who just got hurt. Not 100% sure. Either way, just trying to make sure everything's up and working good here for you this afternoon. So, okay. All right. So I got it on the live portion of the broadcast now, so we should be good. If it were to cut off, I'll see on this computer. Either way, yeah, Penn State's got the football, second drive. They're driving, third down. Let's go to a commercial break real quick, and we will be back in a moment. All right, welcome back, everybody. It is the first quarter, and they're showing clips from what was 5:50 a.m. local time there in Penn State, and it was snowing. It was like full of snow there in Happy Valley. So here we go, 3rd and 8 for the Nittany Lions. So we'll see. We'll see what they can do here. So here we go. They are at, it looks like the 47, trying to get to, they need to get to the 45 on their own end of the football field. Here's Aller looking to throw. Gonna throw it. That one's incomplete. Trying to get Harrison Wallace to third the ball. So now they're going to have to punt this ball away. 4th and 8 for the Nittany Lions. So, I didn't see a lot of that drive because I was trying to figure the issues out here. But here's the punt. Going to be SMU football. That one will go out of bounds. So that is something to keep your eye on here, is that with the ball being, with it being this cold, the ball is probably hard as a rock. So it's not shocking that as far as when it comes to punting the football, it's going to be short punts throughout the day. Not a shocker. So now we'll see what SMU can do. They had a great drive. That first drive, it was a good drive. So we'll see what the Mustangs can do here. Kevin Jennings. He's got a running back in the backfield with him. And here's the snap. Hands it off to Brashard Smith. And not much going. Great job by that Penn State defense on that play. 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs. 2nd and 10. 6.5 to go in the first quarter. Kevin Jennings running back to his left, which is Brashard Smith. Takes a snap. He's looking, throwing, intercepted. He overshot his receiver. Touchdown, Penn State. And right there, that is a mistake that we come into this game, you were like, can Kevin Jennings fix these mistakes? So far, not so much. Intercepted, touchdown, Penn State. And maybe just that right there. When you talk about a team that truly needed a spark, maybe that's what Penn State needed. Extra point up and good. Penn State takes a 7-0 lead in this ball game. And Kevin Jennings just overshoots Brashard Smith right into the hands of number 0. That it would be Dominic DeLuca, the redshirt junior for Penn State. Touchdown. And just, you can't do that if you're Kevin Jennings. You cannot do that at all. So definitely very interesting with that play. So, yeah, I mean, easy touchdown. SMU will get ready to get the ball back in just a moment. So we'll see what they can do. As right now, I'm going to go into the YouTube studio where I can I can edit the thumbnail. I'm gonna put the thumbnail in here. Try to get it. There we go. Okay. I believe it just saved. So the one that did the stream that didn't work. We're going to take it down. There we go. All right. That should have fixed that. So we should be good on that front. We'll wait and see. Also, like I've said in the previous streams, for the past week or so, if you haven't already, we are at 93 subscribers. We are trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of the year. It's a goal that we set. I mean, literally last New Year's Eve, and so, yeah. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. We are trying to get to 100 subscribers, so it would be so helpful if you could subscribe. So, definitely, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Help us get to 100 subscribers by the end of the year. So far in this ball game, what have I seen? Really, I think SMU's first drive, they did really good. And the reason why I say they did really good is because they went up tempo, tried to get down the field as quick as they could. The mistake I think they made, and I understand where they're coming from, they tried to get the fourth down and try to get a touchdown instead of going for the 3. I believe you probably should have kicked the field goal, even though field goals probably aren't going to win this game. Take the points. And I mean, it could have been a big difference. Now you're down 7-0 when you could have been down 7-3. So definitely we'll see how that works out for SMU. But so here's the kickoff. It'll be SMU football, as that one's going to go out of bounds. And of course, that's a flag with it going out of bounds. So be from about the 35 is where SMU will play. So again, a lot of Kevin Jennings on that play. He had a lot of pressure in his face. That was big number 99, Keziah Izzard, who really got the pressure on Kevin Jennings, and that forced Kevin Jennings to throw the ball a little bit quicker than what he probably should have. Throws it into harm's way, and pick 6. It's a pick 6. So here we go. Kevin Jennings back out there. He's got a couple men in the backfield with him. 6:08 to go in this first quarter. Jennings, it is loud. Here we go. Here's the pitch over to Brashard Smith, who's going to try to get the edge. And a nice run right there. Gets about 6 or 7 yards on the first down run. So it will be second down. 2nd and 5 for the Mustangs. They're going up tempo again. Jennings hands it off to Brashard Smith once again. He'll run up the middle, get a few yards right there. Great job right there. It'll be 3rd down for SMU. So SMU really, I mean, I like this up tempo to try to drown out the noise a little bit, try to get a quick score, but we'll see how it works. Here's a snap. Jennings hands it off to Brashard Smith, who is dropped behind the line of scrimmage, and now it truly does look like they're going to have to punt unless they go for this, which would be crazy. 4th and 2. And again, great job by this defense of Penn State, and getting the tackle was number 1, Jalen Reed. I mean, nobody picked up Jalen Reed. No one on that offensive line or anybody tried to pick up Jalen Reed. Came right in, got right to Brashard Smith. Easy tackle. So here we go. Looks like Isaac Pearson will punt this away. And that is a bad punt. That is a shank. And he knows it. He knows that was a bad punt. And so now Penn State will have the ball, and we'll see what they can do. 7-0 Nittany Lions, and we'll see what they can do if their offense can get going here in this ball game. So, yeah, definitely very interesting. And I mean, I will say this: The up-tempo play, I like it to the degree of they're trying to drown out that noise, but when you can't, when your offensive line isn't picking up, guys like Jalen Reed, when they have a straight shot to the running back, doesn't really help you very much at all. So that's what you saw. The offensive line, nobody picked up Jalen Reed, came right in, got Brashard Smith down, 4th down, and they had to punt the ball away. And that's another thing is punting. Like I said a moment ago, with it being cold, the ball is going to be hard as a rock. Having to punt that football is not going to be fun, and that's what you just saw. So this is going to be interesting to see how the remainder of this game goes, but definitely interesting right now. Definitely very interesting. Let's go to a commercial break, and we'll see you on the other side. All right. All right. So I got a text message from my friend saying it's working good now. So that's good. That is really good to know that it's working. So here we go. Penn State on offense. 1st and 10 for the Nittany Lions. Drew Aller, of course, sending a man in motion. That looks like it's Nick Singleton. And he fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Got his man. 1st down for the Nittany Lions. And that right there was number 16. That is number 16. And can't seem to find a name. Oh, Khalil Dinkins, the tight end. Sorry, looking at him, he was built like a wide receiver. I just didn't see him on the roster until a moment ago. Here's the run. That is Nick Singleton. 1st down. Nice run right there for Nick Singleton. And I'll say this. Penn State's offense, it's been a little bit slow here in this quarter, but definitely it is picking up a little bit as the quarter goes on. Aller looking to throw across the middle. He's got Tyler Warren, another 1st down. And Warren across the middle, I mean, this is a great pass if you're Drew Aller. Puts it right into the chest of Tyler Warren, right where he needs the ball. Great job of placement. Couldn't have put it in a better spot if you're Drew Aller. 3:15 to go in the 1st quarter. Penn State, and you can see the differences in the offense, whereas SMU was going up tempo, quick, fast kind of pace, whereas you look at Penn State, they're going slow, taking their time. Here's the snap, little shovel pass to Tyler Warren, and he will get maybe 2 yards right there on the run on this catch. So second down for Penn State. 8 yards to go. Aller all alone in the backfield. Takes the snap. Going to throw it out to Nick Singleton, who will drop it. And That'll be called incomplete. There's a quick pass. I think they're showing number 5, which is Elijah Roberts. I think he may have potentially got his hand on that ball when it was thrown. At any rate, good defensive play if he did. Andy Kotelnicki, offensive coordinator for Penn State, definitely, definitely looks a lot better this season. I definitely agree with this comment right here. And Drew Aller's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. That is a sack. And now it looks like Penn State will have to just kick the field goal here. Good defensive play here, though. Elijah Roberts in on the sack right there. Great job by him. 4th and 13, and Penn State will have to kick a field goal here. And I'll say this. Penn State, SMU's defense, I like what they've done here early on. They've really made it difficult. And unless they're trying to get SMU to jump off, they take the snap. Wow, okay. They're going for this. Aller, a lot of pressure, dances around, escapes the pressure, throws it out wide, and that is incomplete, looking for Katron Allen, and that is a turnover on downs. What is this play call? I understand it being cold and not wanting to kick the football, but man, take the 3 points. So far, because of these teams not going for a field goal, they've made it to a situation where now it could have been 10-3. Now it's 7-0. So here we go. Kevin Jennings and SMU looking, and here's a handoff to Brashard. This is actually LJ Johnson, who will get about 7 or 8 yards right there. Great run by LJ Johnson. But again, I don't understand both teams electing to not go for a field goal in those situations. Either way, definitely interesting. I definitely disagree. But we'll see how this plays out. Here's Jennings looking to throw. Now going to throw the ball, and that's incomplete. He's looking down the field, and that is incomplete. Now we got a flag on the field. We'll wait and see what this is going to be. Holding on Savion Bird, left tackle. And he held on to Abdul Carter, which, you can't blame him there. Abdul Carter is a freak of nature when it comes to being on the defensive line right there. So, hey, don't blame him one bit for holding on to him. Here we go. 2nd and 12 for SMU. Sends the man to motion. Jennings takes the snap. He's looking. Now going to throw it quick to Brashard Smith. Trying to get the outside. Breaks a couple tackles. And he will be down after a nice gain right there. 3rd down for SMU. Makes it a manageable third down for them. And that's the thing. They've had manageable 3rd downs here early, but they have not converted yet. Well, I think I rephrased myself. I think they did convert a 3rd down, but it hasn't been great for them early on. I think they've maybe converted 1 or 2 of them on that first drive, and since then they haven't converted one yet. So that's my mistake on that. But here we go. Abdul Carter is lined up. We'll have to wait and see if somebody gets him. Got pressure. He is coming for Jennings. And there's the throw to his receiver. That's Keyshawn Smith. And now it just depends on the placement of the ball. They may – okay, I think they gave him the first down, but that is the end of the first quarter. Wow. That is a interesting first quarter that we just saw. Keyshawn Smith, that is very close on that play. Very close. Either way, we'll see what happens. But yeah, first quarter, what would I say about it? Now that it's over, I'll say this. I don't fully agree with some of the play calling that both of these coaches have made, especially the both coaches going for it on fourth down when you have a chance to kick a field goal and get some points. Then again, I do see their point about it being cold, and that'd feel like kicking a rock, like a huge rock. So understandable. Still, both teams left 3 points on the score, out there on the field. So we'll have to wait and see what happens in the second quarter. I really and truthfully am shocked with how close this is. I would have thought Penn State would have been able to go up and down the field and run laps around SMU. That hasn't been the case so far in this game. I think SMU's defense has really kept them in this ball game. And same can be said for Penn State, where Penn State's defense has really shut down SMU's offense for the most part. So I really do think this is a very interesting situation we are in here in this ball game. So 7-0 after one quarter. Of course, it's just one quarter. We'll see what happens. But this is interesting. If you're in the chat, give me your thoughts so far about this first quarter. What did you think about it? Did you think SMU played a lot better, just like I did, played a lot better than what we expected them to play in the first quarter? And then also, do keep in mind, this is a note for the second quarter. We have we got a trivia question coming. So do be on the lookout for that, as you can stay tuned in. We'll be giving that trivia question away in just a little bit in the second quarter. So, just like I said in the comments, just let me know, what did you think about that first quarter? What was your thoughts about it? Definitely interesting, to get your take on this. So, all right. So here we go. So they're looking at the last play, and okay, he has the ball. I think from this angle they're showing, he has a first down. So that's what they gave him. So here we go. Second quarter begins. 15 minutes till halftime. Here is Kevin Jennings handing it off to LJ Johnson, who will get back to the line of scrimmage. That is all that they will have. Fourth down, and we'll see. Do they leave the offense out here again, or second down? I don't know why they said 4th and 5. I don't know why they did that. Either way, that's a mistake on the ESPN graphics. Either way, 2nd and 10 here for SMU. He fakes the handoff to LJ Johnson, throws it out wide to his receiver, who breaks a tackle. First down and going down the sidelines. He's down to about the 42-yard line. Roderick Daniels Jr. And this is just a missed tackle. It's a missed tackle on Roderick. That right there, looking to take him down, that was Zion Tracy who misses the tackle. In a game like this, you cannot miss tackles like that. Now we got an injured player down. And not exactly who this is. So we're still waiting to see. Looks like it's possibly one of those defensive players for Penn State. All right, so right there, that was Zaki Wheatley. He's walking on his own. Oh, he went to dive and make the tackle. He probably just, because it's cold, he probably hit the ground real hard. So probably just a stinger. It looks like he'll probably be fine. He'll probably be out for one play and then come back in. Maybe just shocked him a little bit with how hard he hit with the cold ground. So here we go. Here's a throw. Kevin Jennings out wide. Great defensive play right there by Penn State. That right there was Cam Miller, the junior. Great defensive play right there by Cam Miller. I mean, he read the play perfectly. He knew Kevin Jennings was going to throw it in the backfield and just drops the receiver. Great job right there. 2nd and 16 now. SMU driving. 13 and a half minutes to go in this quarter. From the 47 on Penn State side of the field. Here is Jennings throwing it, and that is just way out of the reach of his receiver. He's looking for Roderick Daniels Jr. Just a bad throw. Just a bad throw all in all. Or looking at it, I mean, not so much a bad throw. It may just be on Daniels for not being ready for the ball after giving it a second look. Here we go. Hard to hear in this stadium. 3rd and 16. Jennings. And they're going to have to burn another timeout. And that is not a good sign. If you're an SMU fan, that was not a good sign right there. Because Kevin Jennings, he was having a hard time hearing. Can't be having stuff like that in a big game. So now that they're at a break, I do want to get your opinion too. What is your thoughts on what's your thoughts on home field advantage when it comes to the college football playoff? Because I think it's interesting just because of the fact that when you think about it, it's interesting because a team like Penn State, who thrives on their fans being a big part of the game, now you get to play a home playoff game. So to me, I like it just because I think if you're a home team, it definitely gives you an advantage. And I think if you're a road team, it actually makes you have to play your best possible game to advance. So I like it. Give me your thoughts on this in the chat, because I think this is very interesting for sure. So. All right. All right. Now that we have a moment, let's also go ahead and do your trivia question for today. So here it is. Has SMU ever played against Penn State before today? You may be thinking that that's kind of a crazy trivia question, but hey, that's the beauty of this 12-team playoff. Even though I was never a fan of it, it is kind of cool because you get matchups like, for instance, this game, we'll see in a minute if they've played. Now, Tennessee and Ohio State, they play later tonight. I believe they've only played one time before, and it's a long time ago. So, if you don't, if you want to, in the chat, put who you think the answer is to this. And so we'll see what you get. All right. So 3rd and 16. Let's see what Kevin Jennings can do. Here's the snap. He's looking, gonna scramble around. Now looking to throw, and that's picked off. 2nd interception of the game for Kevin Jennings. This one has a chance to go. He's gone. Touchdown. Penn State. Oh my goodness. Wow. Right there, number 13 on that defense, Tony Rojas. A linebacker picks it off, and that is a touchdown for the Nittany Lions as they add on to their lead. Extra point is up, and it is good. And like that, folks, that is the issues Kevin Jennings has faced all season. He undershoots this ball to LJ Johnson. Rojas takes it, and he goes the distance. Touchdown, Penn State, 14-0. And I got to say this. Penn State's offense hasn't looked incredible, but they have been bailed out by a couple of really bad passes by Kevin Jennings that have been taken to the house. So we'll see what happens the remainder of this game. But so far, the team that has played, as far as on offense, mistake-free football is the team that has 14 points, and the team that's thrown 2 interceptions is the team that it just has thrown 2 pick sixes. So definitely interesting as of right now. So here we go. So right now, I'm just confirming the trivia question. I already knew the answer to it, but I was just going to, make sure I have everything, everything put together with it. All right. So I got it figured out. So I don't know what my camera's doing as of right. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to update this. So definitely interesting to see the score of this game right now, 14-0. Well, let me say this. I don't think it's a shocker it's 14-0. I think it's the fact that you have no offense from Drew Aller and Penn State. Where, honestly, SMU had that first drive was really good. They just, because it just hasn't reflected the remainder of the game. And really, I think they should have taken that. They should have taken the 3 points. I think that would have been big. Even though it still would be 14-3 right now. I still think, they should have taken it. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for Kevin Jennings. He takes the snap, rolling around to his right. Now he's going to flip it back to his running back, Brashard Smith. And he will pick up the 1st down right there. And see, that's the thing too. They've had a lot of really good plays that at the end of the day, they just haven't done a great job overall with finishing drives. Folks, there's another run, and Brashard Smith gets another 1st down. So now SMU moving the ball a little bit. Definitely some. I mean, there's been Brashard Smith. I'll give him credit. I think he's done a great job here today. Other than him, I don't think there's been much offense from SMU. So here we go. Jennings all on the backfield. He is swarmed, and he's gonna go down. They're gonna sack him. Just nowhere to go if you are Kevin Jennings. 12 minutes to go before halftime, and man, 2nd and 11. Kevin Jennings looks rattled, though. I got to be honest with you. He looks rattled here in this ball game. Here we go. Here's the handoff to Brashard Smith, and about 2 or 3 yards right there. Just not much doing if you're Brashard Smith. It's a 3rd down now. We'll see. 3rd and 9. And really, I mean, I got to be honest. They've got to be in this game. They've got to pick this up. On 3rd down, Kevin Jennings 1 of 2 for 5 yards, and he's got an interception on 3rd down. So here we go, 3rd and 9. We'll see what Kevin Jennings can do. He drops back looking to pass. Got a little bit of time. Now throws it incomplete. That one nearly intercepted. And really, I mean, you look at Kevin Jennings, he looks rattled. He looks like he's not. It looked like at the beginning of the game, he had some confidence. Now it just feels like he's lost some of that confidence because of the 2 interceptions. And now seems like he's pressing the ball a little bit. Not really. This isn't what I think he was wanting in this ball game. And so fair catch called for. It would be Penn State ball. Definitely interesting. Okay, so they're saying that Kevin Jennings, and I agree with this. Because of the pressure coming from that defensive line, he's pressing a little bit and not keeping his eyes downfield, and it's not a good sign if you're Kevin Jennings. Here we go. Aller and the Penn State offense back out there. Here is a handoff, and that is Nick Singleton. Gets about 3 right there. That'll be all. So Penn State's offense really hasn't been out there very long. They've been complimented by the 2 defensive touchdowns, but if you're Penn State's offense, you really want to get something going here right now. So we'll see what they can do. 2nd and 8. Here is Aller. Going to throw this, and that is off the hands of Tyler Warren. Incomplete. 3rd and 8 for Penn State. So here's the question. Let's be honest about this. Had SMU not come back in that game against Clemson to make it close, do you think Alabama would actually been in? That's the question I have right now. So here we go. Aller, man in motion. 3rd and 8. Here is Aller looking to throw the ball. Going to throw it. That one's complete. And that'll be, looks like short. That's Harrison Wallace the 3rd. And they're going to spot it short, so we'll see if Penn State decides to go for this. So here we go. Let's see what they draw up here. James Franklin was, gutsy with that 4th and 13 earlier in this ball game. So let's see what they do here. And I don't know if they got that. That's very close, but I don't think they got it. It's very close. So I think they just gave the ball to SMU. Yes, they did. So this is big here. The reason why this is big is because SMU has been struggling all this game. Now they got a short field. And I mean, quarterback sneak like that, that's just dumb. It's just dumb if you're Penn State. What are you doing? Here we go from the 19. Kevin Jennings is going to take off and run with it. He's got to about the 13-yard line. Nice run there by Jennings. And I think this is big here. I think this is something SMU needs to do. Let Kevin Jennings get out and run a little bit. Stop letting him just sit there and pass. Just let him run a little bit. Get him some confidence. And there's another handoff. LJ Johnson, first down, SMU. And they are in striking distance now, 1st and goal. And so we'll see what they can do. Here we go. Here is the handoff, and that one's going nowhere. LJ Johnson with the carry. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Great defense right there by Penn State. So here we go. Crowd getting loud right now. 2nd and goal for SMU. From about the 7-yard line. 8.5 to go before halftime. Here's Jennings. Fakes the handoff. Now throwing. That one's picked off. It was tipped in the air. It was tipped in the air and intercepted. Wow. Dominic DeLuca with the interception. And just when you thought SMU could potentially get a little bit of momentum on their side, there is Dominic DeLuca. He tips it in the air, right to himself, intercepted. Penn State football. What a play. That is huge. That's huge. I'm going to take a little quick snack. Not bad. Ritz peanut butter crackers. I've had them for a little bit. Not bad. Either way, 14-0. And both offenses, this has just been a defensive football game. Penn State's defense has done good. SMU's has done pretty good too, I would say. So yeah, I'd say it's a defensive football game here today. Definitely interesting though. Let's take a quick commercial break and we'll come back. All right, welcome back, everybody. We are getting closer and closer to halftime, and so when we do, we will reveal the trivia question at halftime. So it'll be interesting. So I'll continue snacking on these crackers while watching the game and giving you some great content. Here we go. Aller looking down the middle and incomplete. Looking for Tyler Warren. And just, throw was a little bit behind Warren. So, not an incredible throw by any means. But I'm going to get halftime prepared for you. So, definitely interesting ball game so far. 8 minutes to go before halftime. Aller takes the snap. Looking, throwing. That'll be just thrown in the dirt. That's behind his receiver. And so, great defense so far by SMU. I can't fault their defense. Their defense has played lights out. And so, really, had Kevin Jennings not thrown the 2 pick sixes, this game would be close. Here's Aller looking, now going to throw it. He's got a man. Complete. And that is Harrison Wallace III. Great job right there. First down, Penn State. Here we go. They're going quick. And a penalty right there. Just when you thought Penn State was getting a little bit of momentum, here's a flag. False start. That'll go against Nick Dawkins, the center. I will say this. Drew Aller, the ability to move around and make some plays has definitely been big for this Penn State team today. This is interesting. Drew Aller has not thrown an interception this season when under pressure. That's interesting. Here we go. Aller looking, now throwing. Incomplete. He just put it way too far ahead of his receiver, Omari Evans. So 2nd and 15 now for Penn State. All right. I got to pick up a phone call real quick. Hello? Hey. Yeah. I'm good. I'm just live streaming the football game. No, you're good. I'm live right now. So, you're good. Well, I'm on the phone with you, but I can. All right, folks. Sorry about that. Either way, first down here for Penn State. So, here we go. Aller in the backfield all alone. Calling some signals. Here we go. Here's the handoff to Katron Allen trying to bounce around and make a play, but he'll get back to about the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Second down for for the Nittany Lions. So 2nd and 9 now for Penn State. Of course, Penn State, as you've listened to me here today, they have not scored an offensive touchdown so far today. It's been 2 pick sixes that they've cashed in on. So that's been big. 5.5 to go before halftime. Aller takes the snap. It's a reverse. Aller making some plays. Now throwing it back to his receiver. And that'll pick up about 7 or 8. Good job right there. Liam Clifford. Liam Clifford is the man who would get the catch right there. Here's the run for Katron Allen getting the outside. Touchdown, Penn State. And when you can do it that way, it is too easy. 20-0. Penn State with the lead. And that is what we've been waiting on, is for this Penn State offense to come alive. And they did. 9 plays, 75 yards, a little over 3 minutes. They go down the field, score a touchdown, and it's Katron Allen punching it in. 20-0. And the extra point is good. 21-0 Penn State. The offensive line does a great job of making some room for Katron Allen to run down the field. That is a touchdown, and Penn State is in full control of this ball game. And folks, I mean, got to be honest, this is about what I thought this was going to be. Although I didn't think Penn State's offense would would have such a slow start. I mean, as far as the score, I'll say that the score is about what I thought it was going to be. I mean, you still got 5 minutes till halftime. SMU could go get a touchdown here, and then you got the second half. I mean, you got 35 minutes of football play still left. So a lot can still happen. As there's the kickoff. And that one will roll into the end zone. So we will wait and see what SMU can do here. But all 3 turnovers, all 3 interceptions that has been thrown by Kevin Jennings has hurt them, because that has led to the 21 unanswered points in this ball game. So here we go. Kevin Jennings and this SMU Mustang offense getting back to work. Here's the snap. Jennings going to throw it. That one will be caught. Making some moves and getting about 7 yards. That's Moochie Dixon. Haven't heard his name at all this afternoon, I shall say. Here we go. They're going with tempo. Kevin Jennings fakes the handoff. He's going to take off and run himself. He fumbled the ball at the end, but I think it was down. But are they going to say that it was a turnover? Rojas picked it up, but are they saying they called it a turnover? Wow. They said he fumbled the ball. Wow. But was he down? Okay, he's down. Kevin Jennings is down here, but they're going to review this. I think what happened is he got hit. He went to the ground. He lost the ball. But now we got a review. So the ruling on the field is a fumble. But I feel like this is going to be overturned. That's just me personally. 21-0 Penn State. I mean, it's a fumble. It would be Kevin Jennings' 4th turnover of the game. This would be big if they overturn this and say that it's still SMU football. That is interesting. We'll see what they call here. So definitely interesting. So here we go. We'll see what they called. All right, so it's still SMU football, like I said it would be. All right, so SMU ball, still driving. So we'll see what they can do. All right, here we go. Jennings got a couple men in the backfield, fakes the handoff, now rolling to his right, looking to throw. And that one will be just thrown out of bounds. 2nd and 10 for SMU. So Kevin Jennings all day has just been rolling to his right a lot on the throws and just, I mean, there's just not a lot of opening when it comes to trying to find a receiver down the field. So we'll see what they can do. Here we go. Jennings all on the backfield, takes the snap, looking to throw, got some pressure. He's still pressured, still running around this field. Now throwing out of bounds, incomplete. So 3rd and 10 now for SMU, and that's one of our dogs in here that's barking, so don't worry about that. So here we go. All right, here we go. 3rd and 10. What can this Mustangs offense do here? Jennings again pressured, having to just get rid of the football, and it's caught but short of the line to gain. And so that right there, I believe, is Jordan Hudson with the catch, 4th down. So now, interesting play call, as it looks like SMU is going to go for this again. So here we go. Let's see what they can do here on this 4th down. 3 yards. 3 yards is what they have to get. Crowd is getting very loud. Here's Jennings looking. He's going down. It will be Penn State football. And that is big. 33, Dennis Sutton. And Jennings is hobbling a little bit. And so we'll see what his status will be for the remainder of this ball game, but this has been a rough one. Jennings has been running for his life all day long. And you got to give credit to the Penn State defense here. They have made life very difficult. Very, very difficult. Here we go. Aller going to step up and run, but he's going to pitch it out wide, and that one will be caught. And that'll go for about 5 or 6 yards. So here we go. Here's a run, and that is Nick Singleton again. Great run right there for him. I mean, I think, honestly, Penn State would probably be happy to just get this to the 2-minute timeout. As here's a throw from Aller. That is caught. Harrison Wallace III with the catch, and they still, they could run another play if they wanted. So let's see what they do. And I think they're going to stop the clock. And, oh, yeah, he dropped that. Yeah, he dropped it. All right, so they are going to review this play. They got an injured player on the field, too. It is number 24. It looks like Wilson for SMU on the defense. So, all right, let's take a break for just a second, and I'll be right back. All right, welcome back, everybody. It is an incomplete pass after reviewing the play. So no catch. So there's quite a bit of time left on the clock. I think it's like 2:25 or so. So 2nd and 10. They still got 2:14 on the play clock. So if they run the ball, probably just one play, and then they'll go to the 2-minute timeout, but we'll wait and see. Hand off to Nick Singleton, and that'll get a few yards right there. So that will take us to the 2-minute timeout. Penn State up 21-0 with 2 minutes to go before halftime. I got to be honest. This has been a great job here today by this Penn State defense. They're the ones that's winning this football game. The Penn State defense is what's winning this football game. Either way, let's go to a commercial break. We will see you on the other side. All right, welcome back, everybody. Of course, at halftime, if you missed it this morning, we are going to replay this morning's episode of College Football Wraparound for you for your halftime show. So you don't want to miss it. Got some great stuff this morning. It's like 20-minute long pregame show this morning. So like I said, if you missed it, then you will get to see it. And then you can also, if you want to see it again, go back and watch it later. So, of course, also don't forget, we will be giving out the answer to the trivia question at halftime. So be ready for that. So right now we are waiting on national broadcast to come back from commercial. But depending on what Clemson does today, this has got to really raise the question: can ACC teams legitimately compete against a Penn State? So definitely interesting. Here we go. 3rd and 7 for Penn State as they drive 20-yard line. Here's Aller. Got a little bit of time. Now have some pressure. Now rolling to his right, and he stays in bounds. Gets the first down. That is incredible. Drew Aller, for that Penn State offense, they would not be anywhere near as good as, they would not have had that touchdown a while ago had it not been for this incredible running ability of their quarterback. He's what is making this Penn State offense look decent. So they're going to replay to see if Aller got the first down. That's interesting. He definitely got the first down. What are we looking at? He got the first down. What are we looking at? Folks, I got to be honest. I don't know what we're looking at. Okay, so they just... So they moved it back a couple yards. Okay, but that I still don't understand. Okay. Still first down for Penn State. Stuff like that I don't fully comprehend, but whatever. From the 9, here we go. Here's the handoff. Nick Singleton, and he's very close. Did he get in? I don't agree with that. I think he had... I want to see a replay. I think he got the ball over the plane. Here we go. Let's see what... Okay, but they're not... Yeah, I don't... They're not going to show what? Come on. 2nd and goal now. From about the half-yard line. That's how close it is. And James Franklin takes it down as far as he can and now calls timeout. But yeah, what a game. Penn State, they have been in full control of this game the whole way. And if this holds, then we're going to see them again on New Year's Eve when they get ready to take on Boise State in Glendale, Arizona. But there's a lot of things we can talk about this playoff. 21-0 though in the 6-11 matchup in this college football playoff. There's a lot of discussion I think there needs to be. But let's be honest. But here, I'll talk about this in a minute. And here's the run, and that's easily a touchdown right there. It is 27-0 Penn State. That's Nick Singleton running it in for the Nittany Lions. Just too easy. Just too easy. Touchdown, Penn State. 7 plays, 38 yards, 2 minutes, 7 seconds, 27-0. So 1 minute, 3 seconds, extra point is up and good. What a game. I mean, what a game. So here we go. We'll see what Kevin Jennings can do on this drive. But if you're SMU, you got to have something right now. This is the time you got to go. You got to have some kind of score. There's a kickoff. And that'll run right into the end zone. It's first down, SMU, with a minute left before halftime. And I think, like I said before, I think this is really the worry that we got, and that is putting a team like SMU in the playoff. You're getting a lot like TCU from a few years ago. I'm just throwing it out there. Here we go. Here's the run. And it's Brashard Smith. He'll get a couple of yards right there. SMU's got one timeout. And let's see if they use it. Don't look like they are. It looks like they're just going to go up tempo without calling timeout. Here's Jennings looking to throw. Going to throw it. And that'll be caught. Jordan Hudson with the catch. Clock stopped for the moment. Now it starts because of the first down. Here's Jennings looking, and he's going down again. And SMU will take that final timeout right here. And I mean, this is just a really just a bad performance from SMU. 27 seconds to go. But I mean, the story of the game, I think, is going to be, at the end of the day, it's going to be that Penn State defense. Look how good they have shut down SMU. I mean, it is incredible to see what they've done. 28-0 here before halftime. 27 seconds until we get there. But here we go. Here's the snap. Jennings rolling back, looking to throw. Going to throw it now and throw it into the dirt. 3rd and 21 now. Excuse me. But Jennings, I mean, he looks like a quarterback with very little confidence. He's just throwing in the dirt. I feel like if you're SMU, if you want to have a chance, I feel like you should go with Preston Stone in the second half. That's just me. And Jennings, that one just thrown away. 4th and 21 now for SMU. It has been a long day for Kevin Jennings, and he just throws that one. But, I mean, hey, that was a lot of pressure that the Penn State defense was bringing on him. So here we go. Pearson getting ready to punt this ball away. Back to Penn State. And so this one will be returned, and a nice little return. Gets a few yards. And so now, 8 seconds to go, we'll see what Penn State decides to do. But here we go. We'll see what Penn State can do here. Here is Allard looking to throw. He's going to flip it out to Katron Allen, who will run the clock out. Nice carry right there as we are at halftime. Of course, a very frustrating first half. You're Rhett Lashley and this SMU Mustangs team. Great half if you are Penn State. But it's time for halftime. Let's go to our halftime show. Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome. We are coming to you live about 30 minutes earlier than normal, which, you know, we got college football playoff. Trying out a little bit different system of where we have our 30-minute live pregame show now, and then do the and then have a 30-minute break, and then do the game of Penn State and SMU at 11 a.m. this morning. So, if you are watching us, if you have not subscribed yet, please do so. We are trying to get to 100 subscribers before the new year, which is about New Year's Eve is about 10 days away. So definitely interesting to see how this is going to work. If we can get to 100 subscribers, we're at 93 last I checked. So definitely have a chance to get there. So here we go. Of course, right now, TNT's getting their pregame coverage going, so we got it too. So let's go ahead and start today with the recap of Notre Dame and Indiana. So Notre Dame, they get the 27-17 win over Indiana in the 7-10 matchup. Here's what I'll say to this to begin with. The thing that really gets me about this is that the score really does not indicate how this game went, because Indiana scored 14 points in the last few minutes of the ball game. What was this game like? Well, for the most part, it was Notre Dame, and I believe it was their defense that took care of business. They truly forced Curtis Rourke to make a lot of mistakes that he shouldn't have. He had that one interception where he overthrew his receiver, landed right in the hands of that Notre Dame defender. And then, of course, I think the next play, Jeremiah Love takes it 98 yards for the score. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Notre Dame up 27-3 with like 4 minutes left in the ball game, and Indiana scores 14 unanswered. Had Indiana got the 2-point conversion, then got and if Indiana would have gotten the onside kick afterward, there's a chance Indiana would have came back and won this game. But overall, if you look at this game, it truly is one of those games where Notre Dame controlled the game the whole way. And so, Indiana, I never truly thought they had a shot. They proved why I didn't think they had a shot. So, yeah, Notre Dame, good job for them. They get the win, and they will advance. So, here is the bracket. I'm going to go full screen for you. This is the current bracket. I'm going to take that away for a second. All right. So, Notre Dame, as you can see on the top right-hand corner of your bracket, they had to play against Indiana, beat them. So now they will play in the Sugar Bowl against the Georgia Bulldogs. And this is the current bracket. So, of course, as you can see, coming up next is Penn State and SMU. We're going to have that here on the channel. Then the 3 o'clock game is Texas and Clemson. And then you have Ohio State and Tennessee in prime time tonight. You've got 3 games today that'll be interesting. Although it's definitely interesting to see how this bracket is looking at the moment. We're going to preview these 3 games here in just a moment. But again, Notre Dame takes care of business 27-17. And so, yeah, I don't think Indiana really ever had much of a chance in this ball game. So, let me go full screen with me again. So, all right, here we go. I'm gonna get some stats pulled up for you. So, all right, team stats. All right, so if you look at the stats, this is just one last thing I'm gonna pull up here for you. First downs, Notre Dame 20, Indiana 17. Third down efficiency, Indiana 4 of 12, Notre Dame 7 of 13. Fourth down efficiency, Indiana 1 of 1. Total yards, Notre Dame outgained Indiana 394 to 278. In the air, Indiana did outgain Notre Dame 215 to 201. Excuse me. And then you look at on the ground, and this is where I think a lot of it went, is that you look at it, Notre Dame 193 rush yards to 63 of Indiana. And of course, big thing is Jeremiah Love had the long 98-yard touchdown. That helps a lot. Penalties, rather clean game. I mean, Indiana only 5 penalties for 46 yards. Notre Dame 6 for 35. Both teams threw an interception. Time of possession, though, I think was huge in this ball game. Notre Dame had the ball 35 minutes, 40 seconds. Indiana 24 minutes, 20 seconds. So, again, just like against Ohio State, the issue with Notre Dame, with Indiana, is time of possession and then just shooting themselves in the foot with mistakes such as the interception. You just can't do it. And, well, I mean, you can't discredit this season. Indiana had a good year, but give credit to Notre Dame. They took care of business. They took a page out of Ohio State's book. Now they move on to face Georgia. All right, now let's real quick. I got 2 things I want to talk about real quick. Jake Dickert, Washington State head coach. He is going to become the Wake Forest head coach, taking over for Dave Clawson. I think this is a good hire. Jake Dickert in his time was 23-20, but this past year definitely was really good for them. I believe they were like 10-2, somewhere between 10-2 and 9-3. They were really good. In my opinion, I think they were really good. John Mateer was a great quarterback. He followed the offensive coordinator, Ben Arbuckle, to Oklahoma. So definitely interesting there. Jake Dickert, I have a lot of hope that he'll do really good at Wake Forest. And then you got Ashton Daniels transferring to Auburn. He was at Stanford for a few years. Did a decent job. I believe that by him going to Auburn, he has a chance to really develop as a quarterback. He's got an ability. I think if he's like coached right, he can develop that passing arm while also being able to continue being a mobile quarterback. I like this guy. I think he will do great at Auburn. So, and I think Hugh Freeze is a great coach. So you got you got him and you got Jackson Arnold. Auburn, I feel like, will be doing really good when it comes to quarterbacks next season. All right. Now, let's get into the portion of the show that you're waiting for, and that is previews. So, Clemson and Texas. Now, both of these teams play their conference championship game. Clemson, of course, beating SMU. Texas losing in overtime to Georgia. What's going to give in this game? Well, first off, and I think Dabo's right, Clemson's probably not played their best game this season. Two of their three losses this season for Clemson have come against SEC schools. When we mentioned Georgia, they lost to in the first week of the season. Then they also lost to a team. They lost to South Carolina at home, and they lost to Louisville at home. When it comes to road games, they were undefeated. Neutral site, one. I think they only played two neutral site games, which was Georgia and SMU, 1-1. And then at home, they have two losses at home. I personally, I don't know. I don't know about what y'all think, but losing at home just looks bad, in my opinion, especially if you're undefeated on the road and you lose at home. It's not a good sign. Now, Texas, on the other hand, just like Clemson, they lost at home to Georgia, and then they lost on a neutral site to Georgia. So both of them lost in Atlanta to Georgia. Now, so both teams, they can relate. They both lost to Georgia. But here's my question in this ballgame, okay? If Texas shows that they can play with their full potential in this ballgame, if Quinn Ewers is having a great game, if that defense is having a good game, if the offensive line's protected for Quinn Ewers, I think Texas has the advantage in this ball game. If you're Clemson, on the other hand, this is definitely a tough matchup if you're Clemson, because when it all comes down to it, it's all going to come down to which quarterback can play better today. Cade Klubnik, I like him as a quarterback, but I feel like there are some inconsistencies in his play. I feel like there's moments where he's looking really good against whoever he's playing, and then there's moments where it feels like he can't complete the passes he needs to. He either overshoots his receiver, undershoots it. So, I mean, there's a lot of inconsistencies there for Clemson. So, like I said, I'm going to give the edge to Texas in this game. I'll pick the games in a minute, but as far as edge of who I think looks better going into this ball game, I'm going Texas with this. But yeah, the big story I think is going to be watch that defensive line of Texas go up against Cade Klubnik and get them the pressure that they're going to send on Klubnik. That's going to be big. How does he handle that this afternoon? How does he handle it? That's going to be big. So we'll have to wait and see. That game's at 3:00 on TNT and Max. So that's where you can find that game. All right, the game that's coming up at the top of the hour, which we're going to have here on Saber Broadcast Network, SMU and Penn State. Okay, first of all, you may ask me, why am I doing this game when this is probably the worst matchup in the first round? Well, last night, me and my family went to go see some Christmas lights. Tonight, we're going to go do the same thing. So this is the only one I have the chance that I could broadcast for you. So going to give you some college football just so that we can, just so I can say I did a first round game. So SMU Penn State, I'll say this, and that is that SMU, they come off a loss in the ACC championship game to Clemson, where they were down by 17 points and found a way to come back, nearly taking the game into overtime. What is my thoughts? SMU, I haven't seen them beat anybody in the two teams that were ranked that I think they had a chance to beat them, but both games they didn't look great. So here's my question. If you're Penn State, really, Penn State hasn't really beat anybody, but they're coming off a Big Ten championship loss where they kept it close with Oregon. So by far, I think at Penn State, I would give them an advantage here. And home field, whether you want to admit it or not, I think home field has a lot of pull in this game. But I think the difference is going to be I think it's the Penn State defense against Kevin Jennings, SMU's quarterback. I think that's a big storyline for a lot of these games. So, definitely I'm going to say Penn State has an edge here. It's definitely very, very interesting. But yeah, we'll have this game a little bit later here today. So, gonna be a good one. And then you got Tennessee and Ohio State in prime time tonight. Let me say this about this game. This is definitely the best game of the day, of the weekend. This is the best game. Tennessee, Ohio State. Ohio State, as you know, they come off of just a demoralizing loss to Michigan. And then you got Tennessee, who comes off the win against Vanderbilt. Here's the question. Because although it's a home game for Ohio State, Tennessee fans they're showing up. This morning watching College Game Day, a little bit of it, there's a lot of Tennessee fans up there in Columbus. It seems like up there in Columbus right now, the main thing we're seeing is that there is a lot of Ohio State fans who are just down on their team because of losing to Michigan 4 straight years. I can't blame them when this year's game was a bad loss. Just a bad loss. You're at home, you lose 13-10 to a team that was terrible. 6-5 Michigan. Not like good Michigan, 6-5 Michigan. So if you're Ohio State today, I think the big thing is Will Howard's got to clean up his play. He's got to play clean football tonight. Big thing is also, I'm going to say, both teams, I think what's going to be the key to this game, because it's going to be cold, it's going to be in prime time, who's going to run the ball better? Whoever can run the football better, I think, wins this ball game. And personally speaking, I would give the edge to Tennessee when it comes to running the football. Just because Dylan Sampson, he is a great running back. He's one of the best in the country. So when it comes to the run game, I'm going to give Tennessee the edge here. Defense is going to be big in this ball game too. Which defense shows up? And again, the edge I would give to Tennessee on defensive wise. Quarterback, Nico Imaliava, I think, is a better quarterback than Will Howard. So as far as quarterback, I give Tennessee the edge here. So we'll have to wait and see how this game plays out. But definitely an interesting football game. So we're gonna pick these games here in just a minute. But real quick, let's go to a quick. All right, everybody, welcome back to the College Football Playoff Live here on Saber Broadcast Network. Cooper Naylor here with you. And what's my thoughts off of this first half? So what you just saw was my pregame show, giving you a little bit of a glimpse into what I thought was going to happen. I will say, I think for the most part, my prediction about what SMU was going to do today is pretty accurate. Honestly, I was texting a friend while we were having our halftime break, and I've got to be honest, I was telling him that SMU does not belong on the field right now with Penn State. And then someone in the comments brought it up, and that is saying, who would have thought letting garbage teams in with 0 quality wins would result in one-sided games? I mean, that prompted me. I saw that and I responded, and I'm like, exactly. And I'm going to be honest, because this is what I put in the chat. I was like, I believe that Bama, Ole Miss, and South Carolina would probably play a whole lot better than SMU, Clemson, and Indiana. I mean, how are we going to argue this right now? Okay? SMU is down 28-0, and they've looked like garbage in this game. What this is like going back a few years ago and saying, oh, we got TCU in the playoff right now. Well, that doesn't always succeed. Just because a team may have gone to the conference championship game does not mean they're good enough to win a championship. That's what we're seeing right now. SMU, yes, they came back. They looked good in their conference championship game, but they are not good enough right now. They don't belong on the field with Penn State. That's what the problem is right now. So, of course, if you're watching right now and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel because we're trying to get to 100 subscribers and trying to do it before the end of the year. So, we do plan on being back for New Year's Eve to do most likely Penn State, Boise State, unless SMU finds some way to come back in this football game. It's going to be Penn State and Boise State. We'll be here doing that, but then we'll stay live for however long we have left so that we can give you some coverage of basically getting you to the new year on the central time zone. So, finally, we had a trivia question, which is, has SMU ever played against Penn State? In the chat a while ago, we did have a response, and that was yes, they have, but it's been several decades ago. Jacob would be right on this one. How long ago? Yes, they did play. Penn State leads the series 1-0-1. And to give you more context, here it is at the bottom. They tied in 1940 in the 1948 Cotton Bowl. And then if I got this right, Penn State won in 1978. So it's been a long time. All right, I'm going to swap my camera around. All right, we're back to the scoreboard cam. So we get ready for the third quarter. So on the national broadcast, they're saying that they think this drive's going to do a lot. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if this drive really does much because the way Kevin Jennings has been playing all day, it has been brutal to watch. And I mean brutal. But here we go. Penn State is going to kick this ball away. We'll see what they can do. And there is the kick. And here will be a return from SMU. It's Brashard Smith trying to get the outside. He's got an edge, and he gets to about the 46, 47-yard line. So not bad. We'll see what they can do throughout the rest of this half, but it's a good start. So here we go. So emphasis from Rhett Lashley, control the controllables, leave it, and then quarterback. He really wants his team to settle down and feel confident in this game. So here we go. Here's Kevin Jennings rolling to his right and just again throwing it in the dirt. Folks, I got to be honest. How many times have we seen this today? Kevin Jennings rolls to his right and then just throws it in the dirt. Just goodness. It's not even funny anymore. It's just annoying. There's a pitch to Brashard's or LJ Johnson rather, and he's going to lose some yards on that play. So it's going to be 3rd and long for SMU. So 3rd and 12, and this SMU team just seems like a team that they look out of it. Like they don't look confident at all. As there's Kevin Jennings across the middle. That's caught. And that is Matthew Hibner. First time we've heard his name. But there is a flag. So let's wait and see what this flag is going to be. Hands to the face on the defense. And so now that helps SMU out a little bit. Honestly, it should have been offsetting penalties, though, if I've got to be honest. So that is SMU today, 1 penalty for 10 yards. Penn State, 3 for 35. So we'll see if this can get a little bit of life for SMU. So here we go. 14 minutes to go in the third quarter. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Here's Kevin Jennings. Hand off to Brashard Smith, who's going to try to get to the outside. And he will get about 7 yards right there. 2nd down for SMU. And like I said, I don't know. Watching this SMU team, it hasn't been incredible. So here's another play, and it's a handoff to Brashard Smith, who's going to get a spin, 1st down, and that is going to be 1st and goal for SMU. I will say, first half, it did look like they were going up tempo, trying to beat the crowd noise, and it seems like this half, they're going just a slightly bit slower, taking their time and getting up the field. 1st and goal. Here's the snap. Hands it off. Brashard Smith. And maybe 1 yard, and that'll be all. So 2nd and goal now for SMU. So here we go. From the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal for the Mustangs. Clock ticking, 4 seconds to snap the ball. Jennings, he doesn't get it off. And that is going to be a delay of game. That crowd got real loud. You can't take a delay of game here, though. Oh, false start on LJ Johnson. So here we go. 2nd and goal for SMU. Here we go. Here's the snap. Kevin Jennings, pressure. He got it to his receiver, and that will be a few yards right there. So it'll be 3rd and goal Jordan Hudson with the catch. And Jennings, he just gets rid of it. Rojas, I got to say, Rojas on that Penn State defense has done an incredible job in this game. You got to give him a lot of credit. He has done a good job for Penn State's defense this afternoon. Clock ticking, 11.5 to go in the third. Here's Jennings, and it looks like that's going to be another false start. Not a good series right here inside the red zone. So now, that's the third penalty today on SMU for 20 yards. Crowd getting loud in Happy Valley right now. 3rd and goal. Jennings has got his running back in the backfield. He sends Hibner in motion. Jennings takes the snap. Got some pressure. He's got to get rid of the football. Dancing around. Now just going to heave it up there and incomplete. He threw it out of bounds. 4th and goal. And now if you're SMU, at this point, 3 points really does you no good. But we'll wait and see what they decide to do. You really need a touchdown here. Keep yourself potentially in this game. We'll wait and see what they can do. And Kevin Jennings, again, he just has nowhere to go at the ball. And he just dances around and dances around. But here we go. 28-yard attempt. Here's the snap, clean hold, and that one is up. And SMU is on the board. 28-3 is your score right now in Happy Valley. So interesting right here, but let's go ahead. Let's go to a commercial break, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back, everybody. 28-3 right now. And we'll see. But, SMU finally gets on the board. But, got to be honest. Only 3 points. And here's a little onside kick that it looks like it went straight to Penn State. And it did. And Rhett Lashley tried to steal a possession, but it didn't work right there. So it'll be Penn State football. And Lashley, of course, as you know, not happy with that. Just good job by the Penn State hands team coming up with the ball. And so here we go. Drew Aller and the Penn State offense. We'll see what they can do here. And here's a run for Nick Singleton. First down, and he gets a lot. And you got to look at that run, and you just have to say, wow, just a great run. SMU's defense, I got to be honest with you, they look tired as there's a sack getting Drew Aller. Nowhere to go. Second down for Penn State. But like I was saying, for the most part, the defense for SMU looks tired. But yeah, just like they're saying on the national broadcast, LSU's defense hasn't done terrible. They just look like they're tired. They've been out there a long time. SMU's offense is not helping their defense. 3 turnovers does not help your defense at all. Here we go. Here's Aller looking, and he's going down again. And now we got a flag, so we'll wait and see what this flag is all about. And an unnecessary roughness on SMU. So that is a personal foul going against SMU. So clock is continuing to move. So 1st and 10 now. Resets the chains for Penn State. Aller sends a man in motion. Now it looks like they're going to have Tyler Warren take the snap. And he will throw it out towards Nick Singleton, and that's incomplete. But yeah, that is a second and 10. I like the play call, though. It was a pretty interesting play call. Here's Aller handing it off to Nick Singleton, and he'll get back to about the line of scrimmage, and that is all he will have there. Wilson on the stop for SMU. 9.5 to go in the third quarter. Still a long time, a lot of time left in this ball game. 3rd and 9 for Penn State, but it has felt like Penn State has controlled the majority of this ball game. I think most people watching this would agree. So here we go. Here's Aller all alone in the backfield. He's going to toss it to Tyler Warren, who will pick up a few yards on that 3rd and 9. So now it's going to be 4th down for Penn State. So I guess most likely they will take the 3 points and make the lead 28 once again. And a nice catch there by Warren, making a couple of moves. He got a couple yards right there on that throw. Go and catch. But 4th and 4 now for Penn State. 40-yarder. Ryan Barker. That one is up. That one is good. 31-3 is now your score. Penn State taking full advantage of this ball game. And so some good stuff right now. Either way, we'll be right back. All right. So they're still at commercial break on the national broadcast. And what's my thoughts so far? As far as the third quarter is concerned, I mean, both teams kicked a field goal, made it 31-3. I mean, if Kevin Jennings has got to play better, I feel like it's on him. He's got to play better. I know he's getting a lot of pressure in his face, but I feel like he hasn't done a lot to really help himself. So he needs to keep his eyes down the field, look for his receivers. I think he'll be doing better. So take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. Here we go. 8:13 to go. And now they've got to pick the ball up because it fell off the tee. So here we go. So Penn State will kick the ball back to SMU. And so here we go. Here is the kickoff. And this one will be returned. Brashard Smith bringing it back. Gets to about the 30-yard line, and he'll go out of bounds. It's a great starting field position. SMU just hasn't been able to punch it in the end zone yet. They really need, I got to be honest, they need a touchdown to potentially keep them in this game. They need 4 touchdowns to tie this ball game. And with how they are playing, it seems insurmountable. So here we go. Here is Kevin Jennings. He'll throw it back to his receiver, who's going to get he's close to the first down. That's Roderick Daniels Jr. We'll see how close this is going to be, but All right, they gave him a first down, but it was very close. So here we go. Here's the throw out wide, and that is short. Okay, so they did call it short, 2nd and 1, and that one is, they're going to lose yards right there. And a great play by that Penn State defense right there. So 3rd down, I would say about 4 yards. They got to get 3. Okay, they got to get 3. So here we go. 3rd and 3. Here's Jennings handing it off to Brashard Smith, who ain't going to get anywhere near the first down line. So now it's 4th down. I mean, you got to go for this now. It's 4th and 2. We'll see what SMU can do here. You got under 7 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. It is getting loud at Happy Valley. Today, they're 0-2 on 4th down. Here's Jennings. Hand it off to Brashard Smith, who will get the first down. That is a great pickup there. They needed it, and they got it. So Kevin Jennings definitely rough game, but hey, we can see what he can get doing here. Here's Jennings looking to throw. Going to throw it deep. And incomplete, but a flag. I'm thinking this is going to be defensive pass interference right here. Would not be shocked at all because Brinson didn't have a chance. And so just not a lot. Didn't really have a chance to catch that ball. And so great job right there. Good job with the ref calling that. Crowd getting loud again. 1st and 10, SMU from the 50. Here's the handoff to Brashard Smith, and he'll get a few yards on the carry. Be 2nd down for SMU. Now 28 points. Clock is moving. You're under 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. I mean, you're wasting a lot of time. Here's Jennings handing it off to Brashard Smith again. Or not, it's LJ Johnson who's got a first down and a little bit more. And so now, 5.5 to go. They got to go a little bit quicker than this, though, I would say. So here we go. Here's Kevin Jennings looking, rolling to his right, and throwing down the field. It's caught. Jordan Hudson. And now you're in striking position of getting a touchdown. To the 15-yard line, and now SMU maybe a little bit of life. Well, here we go. 14-26 for 129, 3 interceptions. That's Kevin Jennings' day. He's rolling to his left, looking, now rolling again, now throwing. That'll be caught. Brashard Smith going down the sideline, and he will be stopped short of the goal line. Good job on that by the defense to stop him there. I mean, not really a great pass, but now you got a flag. And Jennings is visibly upset. And a false start on SMU. every time they get close to having when they get in the goal to go situation, they have just not had a good success rate. Here's Jennings, snaps, and looking, dancing around, looking, end zone, and incomplete. Just nowhere to go with the ball. He just throws it away in the back of the end zone. 4:05 to go in the third quarter, and just nowhere to go. So now, Kevin Jennings today, 4 of 5, 42 yards. Well, at least that's this drive. So here we go. Second and goal. Crowd getting really loud now. Here is Jennings looking in the end zone. Incomplete. Receiver didn't have a foot in bounds. Here we go. Third and goal for SMU. Four minutes to go. You have if you're SMU, you got 2 plays down here. You got to score. Jennings. Pressure. Abdul Carter takes him down. 4th and goal. And it's like a mile away. And the Penn State faithful can start to feel it a little bit. It's Abdul Carter just making a stand. And here is the field goal. It is up, and it is no good. All of that for no points at all, and it'll be Penn State football. Wow. We'll be back in a moment. All right, welcome back, everybody. 31-3, Penn State about to get the football back. National broadcast still at commercial break. And, man, if you're an SMU fan, this has just not been your day. And so, I don't know what else to say, but this has just not been your day if you're SMU, down 31-3. And again, it does bring up the conversation about who have you actually played, and, were there teams that potentially could have competed better than you did? I think the answer is yes. I said it at halftime, and I'll say it again. There's definitely teams that are better than SMU that got left out. And the reason why SMU got in is just because, they went to the conference championship game and they nearly came back and won. what should have been suspect of how SMU was going to play today should have been when they were down 17 points at halftime to Clemson. I don't know why you still throw them in there even though they come back. Like, they played terrible for the majority of that game against Clemson. So, either way, you're just rewarding a team for losing, which makes no sense to me either way. But here we are. Penn State's got the ball again, and we'll just wait and see. They'll most likely try to just run some of this clock, I would think. I think they'd be smart to do that. Here we go. Here's the run. Nick Singleton. He'll get nearly a first down. But as far as time of possession, I mean, SMU's actually had the ball longer in this game. That's crazy. Oh, yeah, that's true because, I mean, 3 interceptions, 2 of them were pick sixes. So, I mean, hey, 2nd and 1 here for Penn State. Another carry, Katron Allen. He'll go down. So 2.5 to go in the third quarter. Already doing a promo for Clemson in Texas, which is still another hour and 20 minutes away. That's pretty cool. Quinn Ewers passing touchdown in 24 straight games. That's pretty cool. Either way, winner of this game is going to be playing Boise State, which is probably going to be Penn State going out to the desert in Glendale, Arizona. Here's a carry for Katron Allen, and he will pick up about 3. Wow, they're actually going to pick up a lot more because of the push from that offensive line trying to help Katron Allen get more yardage. Right there. 1.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. But, I mean, I got to be honest. It's just, like I said before, Penn State is definitely the much better team today. I mean, this is going to have to really make a conversation about what is the criteria they're actually using? I mean, that is a good question. So here we go. Minute to go. Here's the snap. Another run. Katron Allen gets to the outside, and he will pick up a first down and a whole lot more. That clock will continue to dwindle down. Most likely, Penn State will run one more play, and that'll be it for this third quarter. But 31-3, Penn State's just been in control of this game. Of course, later tonight, of course, is the Ohio State-Tennessee game. That'll be a good one. Katron Allen, 8 carries, 55 yards, 1 touchdown on the ball game. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to Nick Singleton. He will get a couple of yards right there, and that should do it for the third quarter. Folks, let's go to the fourth quarter. 31-3, Penn State. We'll be right back. All right, everybody. A blowout. Penn State has looked dominant in this ball game. SMU, I got to be honest. This has not been their day. So, Penn State 31-3 with the lead, and we will be right back in a moment. All right, Katron Allen with a short run. Sorry there. I left the room for a minute, and then I had to bring my dogs back in because they were scratching at the door being like, Cooper, let me in. They're silly. Silly dogs. We got an injury on the field. 14:48 to go. Is now a little barking back and forth between the players. We go to a commercial break. Tend to an injured player. So, you got Texas and Clemson coming up 3:00 today. Still got a little over an hour until that one starts. But I don't see that being much better than this. Not gonna lie. Like I said before, the best game is going to be Tennessee, Ohio State. Maybe those quarterfinal games are going to be closer than this. At least we can hope. Because now my dogs are crazy. Either way, been a interesting ball game. Fourth quarter just started, so just waiting on national broadcast to come back. Got to make all their money with their commercials. Oh my goodness. Dogs are crazy. We've got two dogs that I'm got in my room at the moment. And one is a coonhound and the other is a not a either a chocolate lab or a golden doodle, whichever one. Not fully sure, but either way, they're silly. Either way, going back to this ball game though, still waiting on the national broadcast to come back. 31-3, Penn State with the lead, and just not much of a game. And like I said before, you got to give credit to SMU's defense of sorts just because they've only allowed 17 points themselves. Of course, 14 points was those two pick sixes. So you got to keep that in mind. Kevin Jennings definitely has not done any favors for SMU today. Honestly, at the end of the day, I think what has been the difference in this ball game has been the crowd noise and then just the bad play of Kevin Jennings. Kevin Jennings has not looked good today, and I think he's been the issue with SMU all day long. So, here we go. Drew Aller. 1st and 10. 14 and a half minutes. Clock moving. Here's a handoff to Nick Singleton, who's going to get to the outside. First down and a lot more, down to about the 9-yard line. Great run right there by Nick Singleton. Clock continues to roll. And it's, really good job by this team, by this offense of Penn State. Tyler Warren getting in there. He is an exceptional blocking tight end. Doing a great job. Under 14 to go in this ball game. 31-3 Penn State. Here we go. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff. And they are pushing the pile. 2nd and goal. That was Katron Allen carrying the football for Penn State. Well, clock continues to move. Under 13 and a half to go. 2nd and goal for Penn State. We'll see if whenever SMU gets the football back, can they actually go down and score? We'll see, but they've had a hard time all day doing so. But 13 minutes to go. Play clock running down and timeout called by James Franklin. And so Penn State will call a timeout. 13 minutes to go in the ball game. And Tyler Warren, you got to give him credit. He's done a great job on that. As the tight end, he's done a great job today. Drew Aller, some of the plays he's made today has been great, but Tyler Warren's got the record for career receptions, career yards, 100+ yard games, season receptions, and there's something else, but that's like his records he owns as a tight end at Penn State. But here we go. 2nd and goal for Penn State. They're going to go with a tight set. Here's a run for Katron Allen. Barrels his way. Touchdown, Penn State. Make it 37-3. Katron Allen, 4 yards and a touchdown for Penn State. Just a power run right there. Great job by Katron Allen. He's in. Touchdown, Penn State. Extra point to come. 37-3. Extra point is up, and it is good. 38-3, folks. Crazy. Just crazy. It's a bad day for SMU and Penn State. Penn State doing their best to just lock in a spot to the quarterfinal round. We'll be right back. welcome back, everybody. We're right now. I was gonna get set for whenever the bracket, whenever we have to redo the bracket. But I'll show the bracket here in just a minute. But when the game finishes, we'll show the bracket just so that everybody gets an idea of what it's looking like. There we go. But definitely a blowout here today. But yeah, got a text message from my friend just a second ago, so I'll answer that. Forgot. But let's see. But the discussion he wants to have is basically that strength of schedule does matter when it comes to, who gets into the college football playoff. Which, I mean, I agree with him about that. As here's the kickoff, and SMU will get the ball. And here's Brashard Smith looking to get something going, and not a lot there. And the flag down, so 12:49 to go. So now we just wait on what the call is going to be down here on the field. 38-3. Here we go. Officials about to give the call. Still waiting. So half the distance to the goal, and it was a block below the waist. Of course, you can't do that, so it's going to back it up. But Penn State, Boise State almost, unless something crazy happens here in the next 12:49, Penn State's going to Glendale, Arizona. But here we go. Here's Kevin Jennings rolling to his right. Now going to dump it to his tight end. And that is Stone Ebby with the catch. First time calling his name today. Clock just continues to roll. But hey, this is a good season for SMU. 11-3, not bad. Here is the run, and I'll just get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing else doing there. So third down now. We'll see what SMU can do. Third and 4, SMU. Here is Jennings looking to throw. Got a man, and that's a first down, and that is Keyshawn Smith. Haven't called his name in a while, but there he is with the catch. First down, SMU. We'll see what they can do. Here is Jennings looking to throw deep. Got a man, and incomplete. Look at Jordan Hudson, and there is an argument. There was a shove off right there by Hudson. No call. In yards, honestly, the yardage as far as total yards is not too much different, but here we go. Here's Jennings. Gonna take, and he's going down behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. Durant, I think is who it was. It brought him down, brought Jennings down. So here we go. Here's Jennings rolling around, looking to throw, gonna throw deep, and it's too far. And he was looking for Roderick Daniels Jr., 4th and 14. Of course, the bracket. We'll show the bracket at the end of the game. Give you an updated look at it. But and here is the punt. And so it'll be Penn State football. So they'll probably most likely have a long, sustained drive, try to run as much of this clock. But either way, it'll be Penn State ball when we return. All right, welcome back, everybody. 38-3. Of course, like I said before, we are going to wait until the game is over to show you the bracket, just so that we make sure nothing crazy happens here in the next few minutes. But it is definitely, I mean, this game has been one-sided. It's been Penn State all day, every day. And I mean, it hasn't been close. SMU, again, I mean, they had a good season. I mean, they ran into a Penn State team that's just better. Plus, you're playing up in the cold of Happy Valley, Pennsylvania. So that doesn't help either. So here we go. Fixing National Broadcast is back. They're just showing some clips of how Aller getting out in the pocket, making some plays with his legs. I mean, he's had a good game. He's had a really good game. Right now, this dog is being silly again. But Drew Aller, I would say, definitely has had a really good game here today. He is 13 of 22, 127 through the air. He's ran the ball himself 7 times for 10 yards. So, although stats don't really tell you the whole story. So here we go. Here's the backup quarterback, and now we got a flag. But this is Ethan Grunkenmeyer. False start going against Nolan Rookie. I don't know. Either way, Gruckenmeyer, he is a freshman out of Lewis Center, Ohio. First snaps this season or today. Of course, as you know, Bo Pribula, the backup quarterback, is transferring out. Here we go. Here is the handoff again to Nick Singleton. And he's got a few yards right there. All right, I got to get up for just a second. I'll be right back, folks. Here's Grunkenmeyer. Incomplete, but that's intercepted. It was tipped up in the air and intercepted. So Grunkenmeyer's first pass of the ball game is intercepted. And, I mean, it's just a little high for Harrison Wallace III. I mean, hey, great defensive play, and James Franklin not happy with that. James Franklin not happy with that. Here's Kevin Jennings. Looking. Now just got to get rid of the ball. Here's L.J. Johnson with the catch. And he'll get maybe 2 yards right there. Not much more. Clock just moving. 9:40 to go in the fourth. And so 38-3. So we'll see what SMU can do here. 2nd and 8. Jennings, 18-34, 160 and 3 interceptions today. Here's the snap. Hands it off, and that is a way behind the line of scrimmage. That's Roderick Daniels Jr. He'll be brought down. 3rd down for SMU. Of course, they're still, because the game's so out of hand, they are continuing to prop up Clemson and Texas, which is coming up at 3 o'clock. So, I mean, can't blame them. Clock continues to move, under 9 minutes to go now. 3rd and 11 for SMU. Here's Jennings. Rolling around, looking, flag on the field. Jennings going to throw it now, and that one's incomplete. We'll see what the call is. And holding against SU, but they get another chance. Another chance with a 3rd down play. But overall, just 3rd and 21. I mean, this is a long way to go. 8.5 to go in the ball game. At this point, I don't know if there's really a chance for SMU in this ball game. Here's Jennings. Dropping back now, throwing. That was almost intercepted. But a flag. Probably a hit on the quarterback, maybe. We'll wait and see what the refs call. So it's a roughing the passer call, just like I said it would be. So First down for SMU as this game just drags on. So here we go. And another stoppage of play. Penn State takes a timeout. James Franklin not liking what he's seeing, so he calls a timeout. So there are fans that have been exiting the stadium. So 8.5 to go in the ball game. So here we go. From the 38-yard line, SMU takes the snap. Here's the handoff. And a little bit right there for Brashard Smith. Second down now for SMU. Clock stopped. Well, there we go. Start to move now. It was stopped momentarily. Kevin Jennings now going to go under center. Sends a man to motion. Jennings going to throw it, and that's Roderick Daniels, who will keep his feet in bounds and get near the first down line. Under 8 minutes. And SMU, I mean, hey, this drive, not bad. Here we go. Jennings takes the snap. Looking, now throwing in the end zone. Caught. And the Mustangs get their first touchdown of the ball game right there. It is definitely garbage time touchdown, but Roderick Daniels will score a touchdown in this playoff game. So now we'll wait and see. Looks like they'll probably just take the extra point as they do. And it's up and good. 38-10 is now the score. So we will return in a moment. All right, welcome back, everybody. 38-10. 7.5 minutes to go. So, still a little bit of ball game left, but Just waiting on national broadcast to come back. Like I said earlier, we're going to show the we'll show the bracket as soon as this game ends. So we still got a few minutes for that. But of course, just an interesting ball game, to say the least. Right now, they're just showing commercials, like a Gatorade commercial. But definitely, I have definitely had a lot of fun doing this game with you here on the channel. Of course, at the beginning we had some technical difficulties. We worked through that. So, honestly, had that second quarter not happened, this game would actually be 17-10. It's incredible. So here is the kickoff that will be sent. And Penn State will field this, and that's Katron Allen. He'll slide down to about the 10-yard line. 7.5 to go. So, you got to go, a little over 90 yards to get to the end zone. Yeah, I see. If I'm going to do my best prediction of what I think is fixing to happen, I think Penn State will hold on to the ball for this final 7:29. That's my prediction. If you have a prediction, put that in the chat. Do you think Penn State's going to keep it for this next 7:29? I think they're going to just run the ball. Run it down the throat of that defense. So here we go. Here is the snap. And it's going to be Nick Singleton. Get about a yard. And that'll be it. Second down for Penn State. And they're just letting the clock roll. It's like I said, smart move. Just let the clock roll. 2nd and 9 for Penn State now. Grunkenmeyer still in at quarterback. We'll see if they give him a chance to throw, but I don't see it happening. There's a run. And Smith. That is Corey Smith, third string running back for Penn State. He gets a chance to run it a little bit. So 3rd and 8 now for Penn State. So here we go. Under 6 to go. Grunkenmeyer takes the snap. Throws it out wide. That'll be caught. That's Harrison Wallace III. So he gets his first completion in college. So clock continues to move. So here we go. 5:10 to go. Here's the snap. Hands it off to Corey Smith, who will have a nice run right there. 2nd down for Penn State. Got just under 5 minutes now until the end of the ball game. But again, SMU had a good season. They made it to the playoff. First time ever. So there's another run. That is looks like 4th string running back. That is Quentin Martin Jr. So interesting there. So 3rd and 3 now for Penn State. Under 4 minutes to go. Grunkemeyer. Here's a snap. Hands it off. Corey Smith again, and he loses yards on that. Good defense there by SMU. So clock will continue to move. And most likely it'll be about 2.5 minutes to go when SMU gets the ball back. So here we go, 4th and 6. Penn State will punt this away. And there's the punt. This will be returnable for Roderick Daniels Jr. Finds a crease. And he will get a few yards right there. Good job on that kick return. 4th and 6, and we'll see. Looks like Kevin Jennings will be coming out. So 2:46 left in this ball game. And I guess, it looks like Kevin Jennings is out for the remainder of the game. So I guess that means Preston Stone's going to come in and play. Kevin Jennings, 20 of 36, 195, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions in this ball game. And now they got this is actually a different quarterback, not Preston Stone, but this one is Keldrick Luster, the freshman. And he will, in the running back, will get back to about the line of scrimmage, and that'll be it. But really, if you talk about some players that were really good in this ball game, definitely Penn State's defense. Here's Luster, and there's a fumble on the snap, and we'll see who's got the ball here. And it's going to be 3rd down for SMU, so SMU recovers it. So it will be the 2-minute timeout, 3rd and 12 for SMU when we return. All right, they are still at commercial, so I'm going to take one more commercial break, and we'll be right back. All right, here we go. 3rd and 12 as Keldrick Luster still in there for SMU. Here we go. Luster takes the snap. Looking, going to throw it deep. That one nearly intercepted. 4th and 12 for SMU. Minute 54 to go in the ball game, and SMU looks like they punted away. So here we go. 4th and 12. Here's the punt. And so that will be called fair catch. Minute 47 left to go. And so now that this game pretty much, in my opinion, is over. I mean, it's a minute 46. Penn State's got the ball. So I'll wait until, you know what? I'll wait till the game's finally over to show you the bracket. I'm so eager to show you the bracket just because, I mean, it's over with. The game's over with, but I mean, technically, because the game hasn't hit triple zeros, it's not over. So gotta wait a minute. But 38-10, Penn State, they're in complete control. As here's a run. This one will go for no gain. That is Quentin Martin Jr. So they're just looking at the bracket, talking about it. Here we go, 2nd and 10, clock, about a minute to go. Another handoff. This will be, looks like Corey Smith, I mean. 3rd down for Penn State. So we'll wait and see what they draw up here. 3rd and 9. Clock continues to move. So there'll be one more snap and this game is over. So Penn State makes their first ever college football playoff. They will win it. And they will go to Glendale to face the Boise State Broncos. It'll be 4th down, but that is it. So, with this win for Penn State, there's your bracket. I'm going to go full screen for you. They have moved on to face Boise State. So, on your right-hand side of the bracket, we have those two quarterfinal matchups. You got Georgia and Notre Dame in the Sugar Bowl. You got Boise State and Penn State in the Fiesta Bowl. What a game, folks. Well, with that being said, I'm going to update this a little bit. But here we go. I got it updated. All right. So there's your final score, 38-10. Penn State will move to 12-2. SMU will move to 11-3 on the year. Well, folks, this has been fun broadcasting Penn State SMU. We'll probably do the next Penn State game, which would be against Boise State on New Year's Eve for our big New Year's Eve special. Don't forget, Tuesday night, which is Christmas Eve, we will be having our annual Christmas special here on the channel. So it is going to look, we're excited for that. We should be almost done editing that. So, of course, that is exciting. So with all that being said, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you again later. Good night, everybody.